afternoon, David. You brought your new shorts, right?
You know, I'm saving those for that really cold day tomorrow. So,
David Goldman, Amber Freeman here. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you all are staying warm.
oh my gosh, it's so cold out there. I'm over it.
Listen, I made a pact with myself, which I don't do very often, to not complain about the cold today because it's really cold.
And it's getting colder. I wanted to try that freezing trick we went over
Yeah,
yesterday.
did you do it?
No, I didn't. I didn't need it.
Do it
my
tomorrow.
car wasn't. I will, because like it's 12 degrees tomorrow.
In case you missed it yesterday, you can find it online. There's this hack that you take a plastic baggie, a very sophisticated Ziploc or generic, we don't discriminate, bags, put some tap warm, lukewarm water
Just some warm water.
inside, and you actually can scrape off your
Windshield?
Yeah, that's
or
the
any,
word.
Yeah, any of those.
Try it. Let us know if it works. But do stay warm out there because it's kind of that bitter cold where you can actually cause some damage.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're from Florida originally, and we talked about me calling Amber's parents and asking them if I could just stay down there.
Do you want to
like
call
a
them?
week. Yeah,
we could call them live on the show
Hello,
today.
Miss Freeman. It's Dave. I'm just gonna be chilling.
Do you know how excited they would be? One, you would automatically be brought to the beach probably every day.
That'd be okay
My
with me.
mom would probably make you take care of the horses.
Do
just
that
a heads
too.
up.
Yep,
My
feed
dad's
'em.
going to take you fishing.
I like this. Everything sounds good.
You probably will have a lot of wine.
Again, this sounds like a great vacation. to
Yeah, this is life.
Me and the Freemans just hanging out with mom and dad. But you know, we'll do like I'll take a camera. I'll take Tori down there with me or Dee.
It could be a
and-
reality show.
Or
I'm not
Jess.
kidding.
Jess will probably go with me, and we'll get some shots, and you'll be up here in the cold. Yeah.
Loving
sorry.
life.
Just-
Living the dream while you're hanging out with my parents.
Yeah, good times.
You would have fun.
We'd have a good time.
They're fun people. All right. Speaking of
know.
fun, I don't know if this is fun. Was homework fun for you as a kid?
No, I was like the kid who would like be in there in the morning trying to get like last night's homework done.
Like cheating?
Well, I mean, call it what you want, okay? Like asking for help.
Asking for help.
Yeah.
Well, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Well, this kid, you got to hear the story. He decided he needed some help, and he made sure that he called the right people. Who do you call when you have your homework problem? A boy in Indiana decided to call dispatchers. Take a listen to this.
I had a really bad day, and I don't know.
You had a bad day at school?
Yeah, I just came to tell you that.
Yeah, what happened at school that made you have a bad day?
I just have tons of homework.
Oh, okay. What subjects do you have homework in?
Math, and it's so hard.
Okay. So what are you learning in math? What's so difficult?
Fractions.
Ouch, those fractions. All right, before
Fractions
we
are
get into
real,
this,
okay,
let's
people?
just do a disclaimer. The police department discourages people from calling them for non-emergencies, of course. But this dispatcher, Antonia, she's being praised for staying on the phone and helping the student
I think
with
that's
their
pretty
fraction
cool,
homework.
you know?
It is pretty cool.
And I think she was doing her job in the sense of like checking in to see like was there something else? You know, what made your
Because
day?
he sounded so depressed.
Oh, he sounded
when
like
he
he's like,
answered,
well,
right?
had a bad day.
Been a rough day.
You know,
like,
she's like, well,
whoa.
what's going on? What made it so bad? And he goes, got some homework.
Yeah.
Got a lot of it.
I mean, I was expecting a laundry list of issues that went down that day.
Just being real with him.
There was a list of numbers.
Yeah, fractions, people.
We understand math.
Challenging.
Nobody needs to do that. I'm just kidding.
over
We
it.
need people that
We do need. We need all you science people and math.
So can anybody argue that she did the right thing?
No, I think it was super cute, and but be careful about that. Definitely use it for emergencies.
Have you ever called like as a kid 911?
No, I don't think so. But one of my friends definitely got in trouble for making a bunch of those calls.
Like a prank phone call?
Yeah.
Oh, because they know exactly what number you're
They're
calling
like,
from.
yeah, like they showed up at the house. We were young. We were like
They showed
real
up
young.
at your house?
Oh yeah, because you know you have a bunch of boys spend
Like
the night.
real young, you mean like 23?
We were 20. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, we were like little kids, and they just showed up and talked to our moms and
Oh.
good times.
Trouble?
Yeah, we were bad little kids.
Well, as a kid, like I don't know where I got this from. Like I would threaten my parents when I got in trouble, but I never got in trouble, so this didn't happen very often.
Right, Amber.
That I was going to call 911 that they were being mean.
Abusive.
I don't know if I actually ever did it because I think
You're all talk.
I was too afraid of them.
All talk.
But this was pretty cute.
I thought
Math
it was
is hard, homework's hard. We feel ya. We feel ya.
Yep.
Okay, something else we're feeling. sometimes we may not be feeling it. We know movies may not be an exact representation of life. What? That's like the ruined
I
dream
know.
of the day.
I'm just living in my dreams.
Yeah, well, there are some things that people do on the big screen that make us go, yeah, that doesn't really happen in real life. And here are a few things men do in movies that are sometimes confusing. So, David, as a man, maybe you can shed some light on this.
Oh, I got this.
Okay, number one, let me just ask you, tucking loaded guns in their pants.
Yeah, you know, so I've carried a gun before, like many a times, and you know, usually you have a side holster.
What,
So
is that like a normal thing that comes on your jeans?
in Kentucky, that is a normal thing.
Colorado,
Okay?
too. The first time I walked in a store and somebody had like a bazooka hanging from their pants, I was like, what is this?
No, you know, but putting it in your pants, you know.
Well, and usually, you know, they make it like a big thing. They like spin it around in their finger, flip it back, and
What
then.
movies are you watching? Okay, that's what I want to know. Western Amber over
Yeah.
here. Just
That's what we're talking about. That doesn't happen in real life.
Amber, obviously you don't know. That does happen in real
Well,
life.
I need to go to
okay?
that town because I need to meet these men.
They're in Lexington, and they're all over.
Okay, number two.
Oh, this is a good one. Swallowing pills without water. Oh, yeah. Do you do that? I do that.
Yeah, I do. I make it really dramatic in my house every morning. I open up the thing with my teeth, like I rip off the
vitamin
cap.
caps.
Yeah, rip it off, toss those babies up in the air, do a backflip, and then catch them in my mouth.
Little does she know they're screw tops, okay? So you can just go like that. But hey, we're not here to judge.
But no, you know what they're
I'll
talking
take-
about,
I'll
right?
take
Like when
2
they like
pills
hold an entire thing and
and
like.
just throw them.
Yeah.
I take a lot of vitamins, so I definitely use water. But I'll take some pills without water.
But in movies,
But
they
not like
always
15.
make it like a very. Do you know what we're talking
yeah.
about? Like it's a very dramatic. Like, is that a manly gesture? Swallow those pills without water, boys.
The international sign for choking. Know that as well.
All right, number three.
This is great. Chopping wood when they're angry, that's a definite. That's something
that what you do?
everybody needs to know. Oh, yeah. We don't have any wood to chop or anything, but if I ever get really angry, I'm going to ask Brian to run over, get some wood, get an axe. I don't even have an axe. And I'm going to be like, I'll be out in the back chopping wood.
Right? Or you can do your version and just, you know.
Have a hatchet.
Well, you don't even need
Just
anything.
carving.
You're just out there and she comes out and you're like, what are you doing, David? Just chopping wood.
Just
You're
chopping
like
wood.
sweating. You like sit down.
I feel like that is something, though, like, I grew up chopping wood. So I know Florida probably didn't grow up chopping wood. You see that?
Stop discriminating on
I'm
Florida
just
people.
saying, Kentucky people know how to chop
It gets
some wood.
cold in Florida.
Okay.
So Kentucky people know how to chop wood.
Oh,
But
yeah.
again, this is something, and it's in
It's
like
real.
every rom-com where
Oh.
like the hero or whoever's getting dumped by the girl,
Yep.
it's like it's better, instead of calling 911, they're like, I'm gonna go chop some wood in the back.
What's
and then like
crazy
holds the axe over their shoulder.
is I saw a movie yesterday called Polar, new Netflix film, and this dude's a like really tough assassin, and he's chopping wood in it.
Makes
Looking
sense.
really tough.
Well, makes sense.
I'm probably gonna make a couple new Instagram posts of me chopping wood, so look out for that.
You please. Can we make that happen? I feel like you should probably act out all of these. What's the next
Yeah.
one?
Oh yeah. Literally slapping aftershave on your face. You know, I don't think anybody over 40 is, or 50, I would even say, maybe 60 at this point, is wearing aftershave.
So this is a young guy.
So
thing?
you know, like the
young
the
buck.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening anymore.
Well, the young bucks in the movies do it because
Oh.
they're like, they'll be doing it, and usually they're having some crisis going on where they're like talking it out with themselves in the mirror, and then they're like whipping water around, and then they're like, like that.
Amber's movie selection, I cannot wait. Because the last person I remember doing that was Macaulay Culkin, okay, in Home Alone. So, you know, and last one.
Maybe they don't do this on Netflix. Maybe they do this in really great movies. We have a lot of award ceremonies coming up.
Now,
Oh,
this is real.
yeah, well,
This has been me on the
this
show a
is
couple
women
times.
as well, cutting themselves every time they shave.
Yeah.
And it's a dramatic ouch because guys are wimps.
Ah, tough. Ah. Yeah, that's how I sound when I do it.
What do you do when that happens?
Well, the station has all made fun of me, and they posted an Instagram post of it, and I put toilet paper on there.
Well,
and
that's okay. That's the normal thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like a new trick.
no, it's still like, okay, I need little pieces of toilet paper, and you're just dabbing, and there you are.
That's pretty sophisticated.
We're really smart.
You want to know what would make you really manly?
Tell me.
If you slap on some aftershave,
Oh, gosh.
put
Maybe
some
that's-
toilet paper on your
Yep,
face,
yep.
go out and chop some wood,
Yep.
and then afterwards, when you're done, do a little holster spin,
Spin the guns.
put them in your pants.
Man,
All right, so
That's for
let us
everyone.
know if there's anything in movies that you see that are really important, like these things.
Yep.
All right, this one, David, I feel like you might have a shot at. A woman is selling her $1.7 million lakefront home for only $25. This is for if you're cheap. But there is a catch. David, I'm just kidding. You have to write a one-page letter, essay, or story describing why you should win this home. Now, you have until April 9th to come up with some reasons, and there are some other things you should know. The home, it's in Canada. Monthly taxes on the home, $600. And she decided to do this after listing her home and not getting the desired level of interest. That's a gorgeous house.
Oh, I mean, listen, y'all. If we do win, we can all put in on the taxes, so it's not as heavy, and we'll have this little ranch in Canada.
So you're down for the communal home?
Yep, definitely.
I'm not.
I'm looking for the crew.
No.
Production team's already. Tori's got me.
That's just because
He's
you
in,
want people
so-
to chop wood for you.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you have a crew to do that. Look, there's like a wine cellar and everything.
Yes, that
So
is beautiful.
The deal with this house is you have to write a letter. There's like, I think it's a $19 entry fee to
Okay.
do it. She wanted to make it affordable to everybody.
I love it.
It's a 325 word, I think, limit, 350 around there, on why you should win this home. But there are some catches. So she has to have enough entries to equal $1.7 million.
Oh, really?
Before she does it.
Oh, well.
So that was a kind of a big catch. Are
That's
that
a
many
huge
people going
catch.
to enter?
I don't know. I didn't realize that. That's pretty aggressive.
And I don't do math, and we're not going to call 911 to check out exactly how many letters she needs. But that's kind of one of the catch. So if you're interested, you better get your friends to write as well.
Yeah, and start collecting, tell a friend to tell a friend.
She's going to narrow it down to 500, which is a lot. And
Still a
then
lot.
social media is going to vote.
I love that.
All right.
Let's do it.
So we have that story, I believe, up on our Facebook if you're interested in winning this house. It is gorgeous. And if you win, please take us on a trip.
Yes, and tell us about, remember the little people.
Well, we can arrange your wine cellar.
Yeah.
We'll be handy.
We'll help.
All right, this story is a little more serious. Assistant Professor Megan Lee Neely at Duke University resigned after telling students they needed to use English 100% of the time when they were on campus. Officials say she sent first and second year graduate students an email that they would risk unintended consequences if they did not follow that rule. Now, Megan said 2 faculty members approached her with pictures of 2 students who were loudly speaking Chinese, and they told her they were discouraged they weren't practicing their English more. In a later email, she apologized, saying she did not intend for her email to cause as much damage as it did. Well, duh, you'd never really want things to go viral when you make a mistake, do you?
Man, it's the world we live in.
What do you think about this?
I think it was really aggressive and definitely, I just wonder the perspective that she really had when she was saying that, because it's pretty aggressive. She was talking to some foreign students, and I don't think she had the right to do that at all. But I don't know if it really needs the consequence of her actually stepping down.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, but
Well,
I don't
Duke
know how aggressive she
University,
was.
they definitely had, they retracted her statement and apologized. And in her email, she it was a little more than you have to speak English. She kind of went into, I respect that you're studying over here, but, and then she chided them saying they're going to be looking for jobs in a few years.
Right.
So they need to make sure that they're speaking English. Duke said this is completely illegal. She's not allowed
Yeah.
to say that. I don't know if there's a law against it, but it's against their guidelines.
Okay.
You cannot discriminate or tell students what they're going to speak
Definitely.
on campus.
Especially like even using that excuse of jobs with the world as small as it is
Well,
and the international.
I think they know what that they're going to be getting jobs in a
yeah,
few
to
years.
be in such a prestigious
And they're
university.
at Duke. I think they can speak English.
Yeah.
She said that she encourages them to speak English 100% of the time whenever they're in a professional business. To me, that's kind of. I wouldn't
Narrow-minded?
and I wouldn't get getting a letter like that. It's a little,
yeah.
you're looking down on somebody. That's
Definitely.
awful. So I
Just so
can see
aggressive.
why they were a little upset about that for sure.
Do you think she should have stepped down?
I mean, she must have been feeling guilty.
Yeah, that's true.
The students said they were hurt and angered by what she said, so I guess that was a big thing. To be clear, there's absolutely no restriction or limitation on the language you can converse and communicate with each other. That was what Duke said. So they were completely allowed to do this. Your career opportunities and recommendations will not be influenced in any way. I mean, those are all
I
kind of
like that
obvious
statement
things.
from Duke.
I mean, if you were in another country studying and somebody said, you're not allowed to speak English ever, how would you take it?
Yeah, I think you would definitely be appalled, you know?
Ooh, appalled.
So it's one of those things where I just, again, I don't know if it really is necessary for her to step down completely.
Right. We don't know what was going on in her
Right.
her life, I guess.
That's
Let us
true.
know what you think about this. There are so many other issues that we could talk about with that all day, but we are going to keep it light because it's cold outside.
It's chilly.